From Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a big matchup tonight in the USL Championships Eastern Conference presented by Allegheny Health Network as the Pittsburgh Riverhounds play host to Atlanta United 2. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez-Espin on hand for you here in the Steel City. Excited for this matchup as we take a look, Ricky, at the Eastern Conference standings. Pittsburgh in good shape through 6 games in the league. Atlanta United 2 with some work to do.
There's just so much talent on this Riverhounds side. Obviously coming off a disappointing result in the Open Cup, but really showed well in your Atlanta United 2. It's going to be a really interesting environment here in Pittsburgh. You're going against a team that has so much talent. It's going to be a good, growing, and really good, interesting match of football here tonight from both sides.
Atlanta United 2 have struggled here in Pittsburgh in recent years. They'll try to exercise some demons in the Steel City tonight. They'll have to deal with Dane Kelly, who's been off and firing yet again, this time in a Riverhounds kit.
So you see 4 goals and 2 assists in this 2022 season. Just so good. He's so clever in his movement. Loves to run in behind, can come to feet. Obviously, he has the most goals in USL Championship for a reason. He's just a clinical finisher, can score all types of goals. And you know he's going to be extremely motivated to get on the score sheet tonight.
Everywhere he has been, he has scored goals for teams in the USL Championship. Speaking of goals, Nick Firmino, 2 goals for Atlanta United 2, and he'll have to deal without Jackson Conway. He'll have a lot of pressure on him.
He's going to have a big impact on it. Obviously doesn't have Conway to play off of, but look for Firmino. It's going to be as that winger-striker kind of relationship. He's going to need to be really active, confident on the ball, ask a lot of questions of this Riverhounds back line, and if they're going to have a chance to walk out of here with 3 points, he's going to have a big say in that.
A lot will be asked of him, but he'll be ready to go. We're ready to go from the Steel City as Pittsburgh welcomes Atlanta United 2. We'll have lineups and kick on ESPN Plus coming up next.
That's headed down. Cleared off the line, but the rebound. And here they go again. Wide open and a score. Moves it outside the 18.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin back here with you after that great rendition of our national anthem. Armina Stone provides you with the starting lineups. We start with Bob Lilly's Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Just so much talent on this starting 11. Obviously, you're going to see Dixon Argudo play a little bit withdrawn underneath Kelly, getting him the service he deserves. Look for Forbes to be a motor on this left-hand side. Dos Santos as well. It's going to be really interesting, really talented starting 11 for Coach Lilly's side.
Jack Collison told us earlier this week that Atlanta United 2 were going to go for this. They weren't going to sit back and allow Pittsburgh to just come after them wave after wave after wave. This lineup reflects that.
You're going to look at the middle three, whether it's Lamb, Mertz, McFadden, maybe see Howard and McFadden have that interchange, but they need to be really organized, really compact, and really a big leadership from that number 14 right there. Mertz in the middle of the field to dictate tempo, have that balance from back to front, and really shut down this Pittsburgh Riverhounds attacking unit.
Of course, Mertz, a former Pittsburgh Riverhound, went to high school just down the street from Highmark Stadium, so he makes his return in an Atlanta United 2 shirt this evening. And of course, Aiden McFadden, a club record for a USL Championship season, 8 goals a year ago, has yet to hit the target, has yet to hit the back of the net this season for Atlanta United 2. Pittsburgh will be in their black and yellows, and they kick us off going from right to left on ESPN+. And we're underway from Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Riverhounds have dominated the series against Atlanta United 2 and against 2 teams in general. Bob Lilly is nearly perfect against them since he took over as the Riverhounds head coach 5 years ago. He hopes to continue that mark tonight against an Atlanta United 2 side that came here and lost 4-1 a season ago. Russell Cicerone had a hat trick. He's on the bench tonight, and we're looking forward to a game that could see Pittsburgh put a little bit more pressure on Lou City at the top of the Eastern Conference, or could see Atlanta United 2 get back in the playoff race.
And it's going to be really interesting to see how Coach Lilly's side approached this. Obviously, you're at home. Didn't get the result you wanted away at FC Cincinnati, but you have to be confident. You have to be confident in the way you showed, how you fought. And it took, obviously, not only 90 minutes, 120 minutes for FC Cincinnati to get those edge. As you see the keys to the game, obviously, feed Kelly. He is your danger man. He is spearheading the attack. You need to get him in dangerous situations. And like you said, Sean, Coach Collison said the first 15 minutes is going to be vital. How we approach this game, take the sting out of the stadium. Obviously, really talented Pittsburgh Riverhound side, and we don't want him to be full of confidence and don't want him to get in a rhythm early.
Icy Light brings you those keys to the game from Ricky Lopez Espin as Pittsburgh Riverhounds control at the back. Peters sending it over the top. Forbes is in. Flag is down here. Picked his head up for a moment to try and find a teammate cutting through the middle, but Bryce Washington cleans things up for Atlanta United 2 defensively.
And it looked like maybe an offside trap gone wrong for Atlanta United 2. Forbes just so clever, so crafty in his movement. Just caught in 2 minds. It's a really good defensive run there from Washington to recover.
Luis Argudo sends it all the way back to Jamali Waite, who will clear the lines for the Riverhounds. And Atlanta United 2 will reset as Dane Kelly tried to push and chase it past on this near side. He will go out for a throw. It's been a rough start to the season on the whole, at least results-wise, for Atlanta United 2. They lost 2-1 against Indy 11 last time out. It was an injury time winner from Indy 11 to snatch all 3 points away from today's visitors, who are also, of course, without Jackson Conway, their leading goal scorer, 4 goals to his name this season. Should mention as well, Pittsburgh without Dikwa, one of their best attacking players as well. Albert Dikwa with 4 goals this season, not in the 18 for Bob Lilly as he rotates, with Open Cup being a big part of this week as well.
And it's a really raising of the eyebrow when you see those rosters come off. Obviously, we see how important Dikwa has been.
And meanwhile, Alex Dixon went in for that challenge, and Nelson Orji got the worst of that, holding his right knee here. Kevin Fakar is our center official. We'll take another look.
Yeah, just maybe an awkward come together, how he gets caught in the turf. You never want to see it. That reaction says it all. Really good news that you see him up and on his own power, able to trot away.
I, like you, Ricky, saw the look on his face and worried immediately how much he was moving while holding that knee. But like you said, so good to see him back up and running. That could have been very serious, and we'll keep an eye on him as the evening continues. He's on the back foot here defensively. It was a right idea, trying to find Argudo through the middle by Kelly. It's going to go out for a goal kick.
And 4 minutes in, you can just see the interchange, the relationship between Argudo, Dixon, Kelly. That front three, the understanding is so pivotal, so vital in the success of the Riverhound side.
6 different goal scorers through 6 games for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And on top of that, right, you look at the goal numbers, they stand out. But Kelly, Dixon, Dequa, and Canardo Forbes all have 2 assists as well through 6 games to start the season for a Pittsburgh team, again, that won the Eastern Conference 3 years ago in the regular season, but didn't make the deep run they were hoping for. Last year, they had a really good finish to the end of the regular season. COVID abruptly ended their playoff run before they could face off against Birmingham Legion, a game that everyone was looking forward to. Didn't end up taking place, but Bob Lilly told us earlier this week, Ricky, it's the deepest team I've had. He wants to wait and see how it all plays out, obviously, during the season, as Waite will corral it here. But when you add the likes of Dane Kelly to a team that was so good scoring a season ago, Bob Lilly's always great setting up things defensively. This looks like one of the best teams in the East already.
You just go down the roster, you can see talent. It's really an embarrassment of riches for Coach Lilly. Crazy moments there as Waite takes a little too long, but there's just so much talent. This man right here on the ball, Luis Argudo, has had success in MLS. Another player they brought in the offseason, good on the ball, crafty, just so deep, this Riverhound side. And Coach Lilly has a really good roster. I mean, it's obviously talking to Coach Collison. He says, look, they're going to hurt you in every type of way. You go down their starting 11, they bring someone on, and the level doesn't drop. And that's a testament to the offseason that the Riverhounds had.
I mentioned Dane Kelly, league's all-time leading goal scorer. Canardo Forbes, league's all-time leading assist man as well. And he's got a goal to his name this season already, Canardo Forbes, who always tends to be in that first team all-USL championship conversation. Floats a lovely ball into the path here. Ball across for Dane Kelly, who got his head down onto it, but was not able to find the target on the Danny Rivera cross into the penalty area.
You can just see how clever Kelly is, just playing off the shoulder of Orji, of Washington, to find a really soft spot in the defensive line. He's going to be a bit disappointed not to put that on target and ask questions of Reyes.
There's some pressure here again. Argudo wins it back high up the field. It's being harried by Grant Howard defensively. Pittsburgh are forced back. Jelani Peters, a guy that Bob Lilly talked to us about how important it was to get him back into the fold defensively. Danny Griffin playing his 56th straight USL championship game. Just remarkable. Number 12 in the black and yellow. Mr. Reliable for this Riverhounds team in the midfield. Here's Argudo. Just probing that back line. McFadden was on him defensively. Kelly is offside. And that attack fizzles out for the Riverhounds.
And if I'm Coach Collison in this Atlanta United 2, I want Robbie Mertz to get on the ball. Sitting right in front of that back line. He's going to be really the dictator of tempo.
Well, Kelly let that run because he was offside. Canardo Forbes is in. Crucial challenge at the back by Bryce Washington. And Jack Collison's boys just about get it away before Forbes could finish. What a chance. And Kelly nearly had the follow as well.
And again, it's Forbes making that deep run out of the midfield, catching this Atlanta United 2 side, maybe sleeping a bit. And again, it's a really good defensive recovery from Washington to put out that fire. But if you're Forbes, that's 2 chances that you've had on the break with no result. A player of his stature, his standard, is going to be disappointed.
And Pittsburgh had a little bit of trouble getting that out of the back initially. Mikal Williams not quite on the same page with Jamali Wade, but they're able to get it out. Here's Forbes. And again, the right idea, and Argudo keeps it in play. Argudo picks his head up, goes right at Howard. Griffin. Just trying to shuffle things around. Alex Dixon, second year with Pittsburgh after he came over before last season from Hartford Athletic. Dos Santos blocked by his opposite number, McFadden, and it'll be a throw. 8 goals a season ago. An Atlanta United 2 record for a USL Championship season for Aiden McFadden. Just hasn't been firing yet this season. Although to be fair, he does play a position that you don't expect that kind of a goal tally from. Here's Argudo to the byline, and his ball across was smothered by Howard.
The Riverhounds are having a lot of success playing between the lines of this Atlanta United 2 team. Your Mertz, Lamb, McFadden. You want to be a little bit more compact. When you're only 10 minutes in, you can see the success that Rivera, Griffin are having on the ball. Picking apart your defensive unit and playing between the lines. There's just too much talent on this Riverhound side to give them that time and space.
Mentioned it earlier, Bob Lilly's success against 2 teams, if you will. 17 previous meetings with Bob Lilly as the manager of Pittsburgh Riverhounds. They've won 16 of them. Just the 1 defeat, and it came on the road. He's unbeaten here against 2 teams in his career, and obviously, you look at the full Highmark numbers for Bob Lilly, they're pretty darn impressive, and he's going to hope that they're playing here in the playoffs when it comes down to the end of the season. And one of the reasons that Pittsburgh are so good here, it's one of the best home environments, I'd argue, in the entire league as well. Game in and game out, there's always a great crowd here at Highmark. Rivera's ball through was snuffed out. Dixon recycles it to Peters. Peters was looking for Dos Santos, I think. At least Dos Santos was the closest to it. And in the end, it is picked up by Vicente Reyes in goal tonight for Atlanta United 2. I mentioned it earlier, Ricky. Open Cup defeat. Last game in all competitions for the Riverhounds. A 2-0 defeat in extra time against their former rivals, of course, FC Cincinnati. Those 2, no love lost between, of course. And we talked about it, how well Pittsburgh played in that game. Bob Lilly mentioned it as well to us earlier this week, how proud he was of the performance. Just felt it was a little bit unlucky with the score line in the end, the 2-0. But in the end, sometimes those teams you go up against from the MLS just a little bit deeper. And FC Cincinnati ended up winning it in extra time.
And with a result like that, it also can bring up, as weird as it sounds, your belief in the culture of a squad as you're going throughout this 2022 season. You're going up against a higher division in an MLS side. But just to say, hey, we can go head-to-head with these guys. We can play, we can pick them apart, and we can ask a lot of questions of an MLS team. Then we can do the same with any USL Championship side.
And of course, USL Championship and USL League One have had success in the return of Lamar Hunt US Open Cup play. It's been brilliant to see, especially with Union Omaha's big upset over Chicago Fire. San Antonio's had a good run so far in Open Cup. They have Houston Dynamo coming up next month as well. It's been brilliant to see the USL teams in Championship and League One levels play well and advance as well. And can't forget Detroit City's upset victory over Columbus Crew, that great atmosphere they had in Michigan. Mertz had such a good career here in Pittsburgh, was one of those core cornerstone kind of players. That's exactly what he's been for Jack Collison in Atlanta United too. Every time he's out there, he's a leader, he's making things happen. He'll certainly be one to watch as this game further develops.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of say he has and impact he has in the middle of the field. He needs to be a leader, he needs to organize his team. And when he has the ball, he needs to really have that ball circulation from left to right. He is the engine of this team. So look for him to get on the ball and be confident.
Free kick here for the visitors as Michael Ambrose was hacked. Got a good look there at Jack Collison, who gave us a lot of his time earlier this week. And of course played in the Premier League and the English Championship with West Ham United, who are having a pretty magical season this year overseas, especially in Europe. Brings a lot of experience to the table on and off the pitch. There he is, former Hammers and Welsh international. You gotta love the spirit for a coach and a team that they know the history, they know they haven't done well here, but they're not afraid. They're not afraid of the challenge. They plan on getting after it. And you talked about the first 15 minutes, Ricky. They've come and gone, and Atlanta United too, with a few chances held to the side, maybe have held their own so far.
Yeah, I think it's been a bright start for Coach Collison's side. Obviously, the game is still 0-0. That is a positive. But you want them to get on the ball a little bit more. It's been far too much of the Riverhounds really dictating the tempo and how this game is going to play. You don't want to really have those silly turnovers, just kick the ball long, obviously there. Maybe if you get McFadden, who's been quiet, see what kind of, you touched on it last year, how explosive he was on the score sheet, on the stat sheet. You get him more involved. We haven't heard much of Firmino as well. So it'll be an interesting next 30 minutes in this first half to see how this Atlanta United team too fares.
This portion of the broadcast is presented by Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants. Here's the look at that last sequence that leads to the Argudo foul. Bob Lilly directing traffic on that bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There he is. So successful with Rochester before coming here and really turning Pittsburgh into an Eastern Conference powerhouse every year in the USL Championship. This is Rivera finding Dixon on the far side. A lot of space for Canardo Forbes to maneuver. Rivera tried to play it out wide. Ambrose there defensively for the visitors, and now we get to see a push and a chase from Firmino. The assistant referee said he ran out of room on that far side, I think. It's going to go out for a throw. Unlucky for the former Union Omaha man. Now Kelly trying to battle his way into the penalty area. Reyes beats into the ball.
Something to keep an eye on, like you said, Sean. There's so much space. Forbes finds himself in that pocket right in front of that back line, behind that midfield line. There's no one really 5 yards, 10 yards in his radius. This Riverhound side has too much talent, and they're going to make you pay. So when you have the likes of Orji, Washington, Mertz, to make things really compact.
Dixon dashed past both of them and wins a corner. It's one of the things that, when you look at the weapons that Pittsburgh has, it seems like he always gets forgotten about, but Alex Dixon has had a phenomenal year and change with the Riverhounds. It just seems like he's made for what Bob Lilly wants to do. Good for goals and assists every year. So is this man, Forbes, into the middle. Two Pittsburgh Riverhounds go down. Griffin's shot was blocked off the 6-yard line. There's a Riverhound still down in the penalty area. Argudo to the byline. He wins a corner. Grant Howard disagrees, and Dean Kelly is slow to get up here After that last sequence, he was brought down in the penalty area. Not sure what forced him to the ground. It was pretty congested in the central part of it when the set piece came in. He'll get up and be ready for this corner. In it comes. Dealt with before it could get into a dangerous area. And it'll go out for a throw-in on the near side for Atlanta United 2.
And it's a good ball in here from Dixon. Let's take a look. Yeah, it just falls a bit awkwardly. Gets pushed, lands on his back. But it's good to see Dane Kelly up again. Those are always awkward when you're falling between all that traffic right on top of that 6-yard box.
Rivera finding Dixon. Lovely first touch. Kelly's there, and Kelly scores! It's a brilliant Riverhounds opener. Rivera found Dixon, who delicately put it into the path of Kelly. And when you give that man that amount of space, he's not going to miss from there. Kelly gives Pittsburgh the lead.
And it's such a good understanding between Dixon and Kelly. Doesn't even look, knows where the striker's coming. Right on top of that 18-yard box, that soft spot. So clever in his movement, and he's just a clinical finisher. Just puts his feet right through that ball. There's nothing Reyes can do. And like you said, if you give him time and space in and around that 18-yard box, he's going to make you pay. He did just that. 5th goal in the year, 1-0 Pittsburgh, 20 minutes in.
Well, we just mentioned what Alex Dixon brings to the table. What a first touch that was to bring down a difficult ball from Rivera and easily placed it into the path of Kelly. And when you give goal-scoring assassins like Dane Kelly that much space, they're going to hit the target every time.
When you have a player that is just so spatially smart in how he moves, know where the runs are going to come, like Dixon. He knows as the defense is dropping in onto that 6-yard box, there's going to be a lot of space around that penalty. He just doesn't even look, cuts it back. And again, Kelly just makes his money in that 18-yard box. Year after year, we've seen it. There is a reason why he is the USL Championship goal king. And he makes no mistake with that finish.
Mr. Clinical himself comes up with another for the Riverhounds. It's now his team-leading 5th goal of the season. Ricky, as you mentioned, he's in behind again. I think the flag might have gone up before he tried to finish that. Yep, offside, as Kelly was in search of another. The best goal scorers are always greedy, right?
He can hurt you in all types of ways. Defeat, running in behind. So if you're OG in Washington as that center back of Atlanta United too, you need to be really compact, have a lot of communication to know where this man is at all times and not give him any time and space. You'd be touch tight with him. If you see when he has 2, 3, 4 yards of space, he's going to make you pay.
This portion of the broadcast is presented by Mike's Beer Bar. Mike's the official watch party location of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC and Pittsburgh's home for Steak on a Stone. Meet me at Mike's.
And it's been extremely hard for this Atlanta United 2 side to play out of the back. It's when you need Mateus, Firmino, Mejia, maybe to drop down, give another supporting angle, someone to play off and relieve some of the pressure that they have been under. They haven't really got into this game, never had much fluidity in the midfield third for Coach Collison's side.
Pittsburgh have had the better of it. They have been rewarded for that with another dazzling goal by Dane Kelly. Atlanta United 2, very similar to last year when they fell behind, weren't able to really get back into the game. Losing 4-1, Russell Cicerone had a hat trick that night. He's on the bench tonight. In this one, as Aidan McFadden starts to get a little bit more involved in the play. But he's unlucky in the end. It goes out for a goal kick in front of all those Riverhounds fans. Jamali Waite in goal for Riverhounds. Rare miscue there by Shane Wheat, who's normally very sure of himself out there. Gives it right back to the visitors. Not for long. Dixon wins it for Rivera. Griffin. Argudo, lovely ball to Kelly. This is where the Riverhounds can be very dangerous. Griffin again. Lovely switch of play. Dos Santos and Forbes. Just trying to thread it through. It finds Kelly. Decent hold-up play, but Mertz gets it away from him. Mertz harassed and wins a free kick off of Griffin. And Griffin is booked for that challenge.
I'll tell you what, I think it is a harsh yellow for Griffin, but it's really good work from Mertz to see the fire, to put it out, take it upon himself, release some of the pressure, and draw a yellow card for Griffin. It's going to be interesting to see how he fares the rest of this match in that middle of the field. He needs to be really disciplined in his defensive efforts.
We talked about earlier how reliable he's been. And we put to the test having to deal with a booking, Danny Griffin. Wheat deals with the ball initially over the top. Ambrose tried to get back on the end of it. It falls to the feet of Dixon. Lovely skill. Oh, what a ball that is to Alex Dixon. Kelly is up with him. Dixon will find Argudo instead, and Argudo hits the bar. Or I should say the post. Either way, he couldn't find the target. Looked surely like it was going to be 2-0. Kelly wasn't the target. Argudo couldn't hit the target.
But look at this run from Kelly. It just draws the back line of Atlanta United 2 and creates that space for Argudo. You know he's going to be disappointed. He doesn't find the back of the net, a player of his standard and quality that needs to be a goal. But again, it's really good understanding between Dixon, Argudo, and Kelly. Dixon picks up his head, sees a late run of Argudo, and he occupies the space from that near post of Kelly. It's a really class attack from the Riverhound side.
What a chance. Pittsburgh have had multiple opportunities to really extend this lead. And Argudo, like you said, with what he has in his locker, you'd expect him to finish that. He would expect himself, frankly, to finish that. Just more wonderful play from Alex Dixon on that far side.
And it starts with Rivera having the skill to cut in outside the football into the path of Dixon. When you have players in the middle of the field that have that vision, the quality, and the weapons up front, it is a recipe for success for this Riverhound side.
And Rivera's ball to Dixon led to the opening goal from Dane Kelly. Those hockey assists don't always show up in the stat sheet, but they should be remembered. They're just as important. Orgy on the far side for Atlanta United 2, trying to get back into this game. Lots of space for Mateus to work with. Lofts in a good ball. It's not been dealt with. Waite is able to get up there and make the catch before Firmino could get there.
The best passage of play that we've seen from Atlanta United 2 comes on the left-hand side, ends with Mateus. Has a lot of real estate here. And it's a really good defensive, confident goalkeeping there from Waite to come out and corral that ball.
Kelly was the target. Forbes to Dixon. Just kept alive in the middle of the park for Dos Santos by Rivera. From a reset, Forbes. Wheat. This was blocked. Whistle goes in the end, as Firmino is slow to get up. Referee has a check on him. And we'll reset with a free kick. Dos Santos in acres of space. Great ball across, and it's tapped in for the second. Pittsburgh Riverhounds are running riot in this first half, and after he missed the chance moments ago, Luis Argudo is the man on the spot to give the Riverhounds a lead of 2-0.
And it's far too easy for the Riverhounds. Just a ball over the top. Really good understanding of Dos Santos. A good positive first touch. Put that into the path of Luis Argudo, and he's not going to make that same mistake. He's going to find the back of the net, and he does just that. He gets his goal. Been extremely bright, hard-working 30 minutes into this game, and it's a comfortable 2-0 lead for the Riverhounds in this first half.
Luis Argudo's first goal under Bob Lilly here with Pittsburgh. After he nearly scored his first goal moments ago, he makes amends, as you'd expect a player of his caliber to do. And Atlanta United, too, are in a heap of trouble here at Highmark.
It's just far too easy. Just simple ball over the top.
Scored by number 21, Luis.
Here at Atlanta United, too, there's two things that you need to do to prevent that goal. To whether you drop off and not play so high to give this Dos Santos so much real estate, or you put a lot more pressure on the ball. It's just far too easy for players to pick up their head, knock the ball over 30, 40 yards. Too much talent on the field to give them that luxury.
Well, Ricky, you mentioned the first 15 minutes being crucial. It's been the next 15 where Atlanta United 2 have really started to show their rips and tears.
But again, it's a test for this Atlanta United 2 team.
Yeah.
See, how do you deal with adversity? Still fairly new into this season. There's a lot to play for Coach Collison to see what players he can really trust and lean on as things get tough. Not only him, actually talking to the first team with all these players have aspiration to say, okay, this player can step up when there's adversity, when we're down 2-0 in a hostile environment, how you deal with pressure, how do you call yourself back into games. There's a big learning curve here for this Atlanta United 2 side.
I've only seen some twinkles of what Atlanta United 2 can do so far. They haven't really given us the full package. And of course, no Jackson Conway, the leading goal scorer tonight. Definitely dents the attack quite a bit, but McFadden, Firmino, Mertz, there's still plenty of talent on the pitch, as there always is for this Atlanta United 2 team. Ambrose trying to make something happen here. Oh, he went for goal. Thought he was going to cross it looking for McFadden. And Jamali Waite had to make sure on his line.
And you love to see that from Ambrose. As a left back, as Trey takes a really narrow position with the likes of Mahida pushing, giving the LA United 2 team that width. He's a player that has a lot of quality. The clean strike from the left back.
Argudo from Dos Santos, as they did before, to score the second goal. Rivera. Dos Santos, and that's for a throw. These first 30 minutes are probably showing you why Bob Lilly thinks this is the deepest team he's had. No Albert Diqua in the 18. Russell Cicerone's on the bench to start this game, as the offside flag is up against Alex Dixon here. However, they haven't skipped a beat, these Riverhounds, and they've been in complete control from the kick. Really has been an impressive start to this game for Bob Lilly's Riverhounds.
He's always coaching, isn't he?
No question about that. The more you talk to Bob Lilly over the years, you see how he is as a person as well. And I'm not sure I've ever heard a player say a bad word about him as a manager. He's somebody that always is a great motivator and somebody that just develops players and develops good talent as well, and great teams. And this is one of his best potentially this season. Robbie Mertz, one of his former players, lifts in a good ball for McFadden! And it was on a silver tray for him inside of the penalty area. Last year, that would have been in the back of the net. It just hasn't been that start that McFadden's been hoping for this season. Should have been one back.
It's a peach of a ball from Mertz to his back post. And he has so much time, so much space, McFadden, and doesn't know what to do with it. Maybe is a bit surprised with the space that he has in that 6-yard box. And he needs to put that on target. There needs to be a goal. Trying to get yourself back into this game. Here's a chance here now.
Free kick, one on the edge of the penalty area by David Mejia, who we've barely talked about. Hasn't had a ton of time on the ball. Did well there to win a set piece. And it's in a very dangerous position with an opportunity for the visitors to get back into this. Mateus has stepped up for it. He's got a very good left boot, Mateus. I wonder if he'll try and strike this or if he'll try to find a teammate. Sometimes these are a little too close with the wall being set up the way it is to get it up and over a wall. Dylan Mateus will try it. The rebound is blasted wide by Ambrose. Referee saw nothing wrong with the sequence. It's another golden opportunity spurned by the visitors, and it's a goal kick.
And you can see the frustration on Ambrose's, the yelling. Not allowed to say that on air, but it falls extremely nice to him. The player, again, of the quality that he has, it falls to his least favorite right foot. There's no excuse. That needs to be on target, and he knows it. Because Collison knows it. As you're trying to claw yourself back into this game, those are two golden opportunities that have gone to the wayside.
One of those situations where the wall did do its job, but Ambrose reacted first and had nobody around him before he took the shot on. And wasn't able to hit the target. Back-to-back big opportunities missed. McFadden and then Ambrose. Here's McFadden again. Santos will concede the throw. But that's been much better. Atlanta United 2. It's probably their best spell of the game. It continues with Firmino's ball in. Dealt with centrally. Howard will recycle it. She runs into some space. Mateus keeping it alive. Shane Wheat concedes another throw. This good spell of play continues from Atlanta United 2. Ambrose. Mejia. Did well initially. Has it cut out at the vital moment. Well, if Atlanta United 2 are to get back into this, that's what Jack Collison will be looking for.
They've woken up a bit as they've gone down 2-0. Obviously, really enough to say their confidence has probably grown. Getting on the ball a bit more, connecting passes, a lot more movement, putting this Riverhounds back line in uncomfortable situations.
Ooh, and I think McFadden has been booked. He has. For that last challenge.
It has to stem from some frustration there from McFadden. There's no need to really play with that ball once a foul is called. You're trying to get back into this game. A bit of frustration from missing that open chance.
Here's the last sequence with the free kick.
And there's just no need to kick that away.
Yeah, it was for the kicking of the ball away. A little time wasting. Ends up being silly in the end. Oh, another great ball in by Dixon. And Dane Kelly from a ridiculous angle nearly scored again.
Just the understanding from Dixon to put this ball in a dangerous area and having on the same wavelength as a player. Just so unlucky not to put that on target. Forbes was, and ask questions of Reyes.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. That was Canardo Forbes who got his head to that. What a difficult header it was just to redirect it, and he nearly did so. Dixon. Anytime he touches the ball, you feel like something might happen. Sent downfield by Mikel Williams into the path of Kelly. Dos Santos running past him. I think better of it to find Peters. Rivera. Wheat. And Forbes. Patience from Pittsburgh here. Griffin. Lovely placed ball again over the top. Argudo, who switched sides. Places it across. And Reyes gobbles it up before anything dangerous could occur.
And just too many gaps in this Atlanta United 2 side. It's just a ball that's chipped up around the corner from Griffin. You need to be really compact in your lines. It's been far too easy this first half. The Riverhounds has broken the Atlanta United defensive unit far too many times.
McFadden couldn't find a teammate in the penalty area. You see the stat there. Atlanta United 2 have not gotten many points when they've had to come from behind this season. They have a 2-goal hill to climb here in the Steel City. They've shown some signs, though, as McFadden is in space, assessing his options. And Peters, there defensively on the cover, blocks any potential cross or shot. It's going to be a corner for Atlanta United 2.
And he gets himself into really good opportunities, really good spaces, McFadden does. There's no really movement, someone to link up with, combine on top of that 18-yard box. It's a good chance for this Atlanta United 2 team to put this ball in a dangerous area, cause a bit of chaos within the back line of Coach Lilly's side.
It's actually a throw-in, pardon me. It's going to be thrown in like a corner, though nearly got to the center of that penalty area. And now it's a corner.
Predicting the future a bit.
Trying. Now it'll be Waite and company that have to defend this set piece. Atlanta United 2, 5 minutes plus some stoppage time left in this first half. Trying to get back into this game. Mateus will stand over this. Takes it short. Mertz looking for a different angle. Mateus stays on side to retrieve it. Mertz, first time ball in, a good shape on it. Wheat got to a header first. Orji trying to keep it alive. Running out of real estate, but spinning into decent area. He goes down. Play continues. It's one back on the edge of the penalty area by Mejia. He wins a throw-in as play will be stopped again here. Dane Kelly again slow to get up after he was dispossessed on the edge of the penalty area. We'll have another look at it.
Just a hard challenge. Body contact from Mejia. There's no ill will there. Just runs right into Mejia. Kelly does. Just gets the wind knocked out of him. Not quite the beating this first half that Kelly has. Second time we've seen him go down.
Scored the first goal earlier in this first half, and since then, Argudo added his second. That's where we stand. Now, Firmino, lovely turn into space. Keeps his feet, but can't. Oh, he does keep the ball. Got it past Dos Santos. Does really well in the end, Firmino. It's going to be a throw-in. On this near side now, Peters is slow to get up. Talk about persistence from Nick Firmino in tight quarters. This is what happened during the last sequence as Peters has a word with our center official. Why that wasn't stopped a little bit sooner.
Again, it's just coming together, the bodies. I don't think there's much in there. Just, again, maybe the wind knocked out of Peters.
Peters didn't convincingly clear that, but it was convincing from Waite, who got off his line and was able to make the catch. And now tries to release Dixon down this near side. Great distribution. Dixon has Kelly for support, but he can't find him. It falls for Forbes. Forbes being patient, waits for assistance. Argudo. Now Griffin. Wheat is helping out. Griffin. Shane Wheat looking in the middle. Forbes now just chipping it into a dangerous area, but nobody there in black and yellow to get on the end of it. Firmino had to be careful there. There was Forbes and Kelly both lurking, ready to pick that pass off. Great backtracking by Forbes to force the miscue. Now Griffin, when Kelly stopped his run, if he had kept going, he apologized to Griffin. If he had kept going, it could have been another chance. And Kelly knew it as soon as he saw the ball go right past him.
But you love to see it if you're Coach Collison. Firmino dropping in a bit more, hasn't seen much of the ball. He's looking for that ball. He's such a special player, loves to play between the lines. So look for him to drop in a little bit more and connect the dots. Hasn't really been a connection from back to front for this Atlanta United 2 side.
How about the extra effort from Forbes as well for Pittsburgh to force that mistake? Really led to a reward. Here's McFadden, chopping it inside. Playing it across the edge of the penalty area. It's cleaned up. It's going to go out for a throw. And to some fans. Play continues. Howard. Good ball across. Headed out of the area for the moment. Mertz. Handball appeals in there. Referee says nothing wrong with that. Orji keeps it alive. Is that a free kick? No, it's not. Play continues again as Mateus went down on the edge of the penalty area. Retrieved by Ambrose. It's in a good searching ball. Nobody there in a white shirt. Mateus again gets it back. 2 minutes of injury time as play continues in the penalty area. Howard. McFadden. Another good ball in. It's only cleared as far as Orji. Picked back up by Lamb. Mertz just keeping it in the visitors' team's possession. At just about 30 seconds of the minimum of 2 added on at the end of this first half. Atlanta United 2 continuing to grow into the game. That's a crucial slip. Had a bad time by Grant Howard. Does get a throw in out of it.
You see the talent is there for Atlanta United too. Little combination movement. 1-2 touch on top of the Riverhounds 18-yard box. Just missing that final bit of quality, whether it's that dicing run, that dicing pass, special combination, someone to take a player 1v1. They're getting in really good spaces, really dangerous opportunities. Coach Collison's side is, as his half is winding down.
Howard. A little under a minute left of injury time. As Waite is able to keep that in play and will hold on to it. Pittsburgh will probably be happy going into the locker room. 2 goals to the good, although Jack Collison has to be encouraged. Like you said, Ricky, the way that they have responded, especially the last 20 minutes of this half, been much better from Atlanta United 2. They've shown much better promise here. We'll see if they can take that momentum into the second half. Ball played towards McFadden. Dos Santos deals with it defensively, and that's the last act of the first half at Highmark Stadium. Goals from Dane Kelly and Juan Argudo have Pittsburgh Riverhounds in command. We saw much better play from Atlanta United 2 in the final 20 minutes. And we'll see how they do in the second half, Ricky.
I think you nailed it on the head. Encouraged. I think Coach Collison is going to be encouraged how they responded after going down 2-0. It is an uphill battle, especially against a team like the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. You know Coach Dooley is going to have his side firing out, coming in the second half, trying to get that third goal early in the next 45 to put this game to bed. It's going to be really interesting to see how this next 45 minutes play out, what tactical changes both coaches do, and what the players step up.
So far, so good for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, as advertised, I would say, in this first half of play. The dazzling Dane Kelly getting the Riverhounds on the score sheet first, and then Juan Argudo, after missing a chance earlier in the half, tucked in a second opportunity to give the hosts the lead in front of a big crowd here at Highmark. Riverhounds up by 2-0. Halftime from the Steel City is next.
fun comes in all shapes, sizes, and jackpots. These games, they've become a part of me. They get me excited, make me happy. Although I've never been one for math, I've never had more fun with numbers. The thrill, the suspense, it leaves me speechless. But if there's one thing I have to say, it's how much I love it.
There's a lot of love for the Pennsylvania Lottery, and when you see how fun it is, you'll understand why.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told ya. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin back here with you in Pittsburgh. Riverhounds on top of Atlanta United 2 by 2-0. Dane Kelly, Juan Argudo have these fans happy so far. And we'll see how things fare in half number 2 with the visitors trying to claw their way back into this one. Similar result last time. Atlanta United 2 were in town. They got off to a little bit of a slow start. They did take the lead. I should say Pittsburgh took the lead. The Jersey kids, I should say, a little bit different than this time around, but it was Russell Cicerone's night. He had a hat trick on the evening. Atlanta United 2 did get a goal back, but it was really all about Cicerone's first career hat trick.
Obviously not in the starting 11 here tonight, but he did have a say. Oh, did he have a say? Last time these two teams met, just so much firepower, so much understanding. You see there, just the relationship between the players, you understand the runs in behind. Bit of class here to cut it back not once but twice and to find that far post. So Cicerone, such a special player. We'll see if he comes into the second half and has a lot to say. But again, just too much talent for this Riverhounds side. Brilliant run from the number 10 from deep, having the more will than his defender. It's a first hat trick. You see what it means to him.
So long ago that Danny Griffin still had the man bun at the time as well. Team leaders for both teams. When you look at the stats, we mentioned Kelly and Dequa. No Dequa tonight. You could add a fifth goal on there for Dane Kelly after the first half. And with no Conway, Atlanta United 2 have struggled, but they've gotten their way back into it.
Well, if you see 4 goals, 12 shots, 6 shots on goal, those are really important stats that you need. And when you have a player that has all 3 of those under his name and he's not in the lineup, not even on the team here today, it is a big loss. Such a talented player Conway is. There's a reason why this organization is so high on him.
We'll take a break. We'll take a look at news and notes, scoreboard, and much more coming up next with the Riverhounds leading by 2-0.
Taking the lead. Great finish. Cue the smoke.
It's a goal for Orange County SC and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
fun comes in all shapes, sizes, and jackpots. These games, they've become a part of me. They get me excited, make me happy. Although I've never been one for math, I've never had more fun with numbers. The thrill, the suspense, it leaves me speechless. But if there's one thing I have to say, it's how much I love it.
There's a lot of love for the Pennsylvania Lottery, and when you see how fun it is, you'll understand why.
Sean and Ricky back here with you at the half between Pittsburgh and Atlanta United 2 with the Riverhounds on top by 2-0 in front of a packed house here at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're looking forward to the second half with these two in just a few moments. But first, let's take a look at the news and notes from around the USL Championship this week. Of course, the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup being back for the first time after a 2-year hiatus. 5 USL Championship sides are into the fourth round, into the round of 32. Detroit City and San Antonio with some big upsets. Of course, USLW League launching its inaugural season on May 6th. Indy 11 will play host to Kings Hammer FC. And of course, got to download the Konami eFootball today on PlayStation, Xbox, or Windows, as USL Championship is now in the video game. Great to see that Open Cup stuff, though, Ricky. We've had a good look at that as the weeks have gone by. Live table, I should say live scores right now. Couple of draws in there, and Hartford leading Detroit City.
And that's a really interesting, I guess, going on game right now. Hartford Athletic up 1-0 against Detroit City. Look at your top right, Charleston Battery, Lou City, a 1-1. Maybe a bit of ground for the Riverhounds to get full 3 points, maybe get that gap down to 2 more points, see how this game ends up. Obviously, that's an interesting result there. And then Tampa Bay Rowdies, New York Red Bull 2, another interesting result.
Yeah, Rowdies are scuffling a little bit at the top of the East right now. Upcoming schedule, all these games either on ESPN Deportes or ESPN2. Of course, everyone's going to want to see Phoenix against Tampa Bay. Both teams, though, not at their best at the moment.
But still.
Yeah, right.
Phoenix Rising, Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yeah.
My popcorn is ready. Oh, man. May 15th, ESPN2, 9 p.m. Eastern. You know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be eyes on the TV watching that game.
And the champs on twice in the next few months as well. Orange County will be worth watching as well. We'll see how they fare nationally, as they've been a little off to a rocky start as well, defending the USL Championship crown. The fans are happy so far here in Pittsburgh through one half of play. We will look back at the highlights and stats from the first half next here on ESPN+.
That's headed down. Cleared off the line, but the rebound.
And here they go again.
Wide open to score. Kelly moves it outside the 18.
Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told ya. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin back here with you in the Steel City with the Riverhounds on top of Atlanta United 2 by 2-0. Dane Kelly, Juan Argudo, the difference makers so far through 45 minutes. Take a look at how it all went down in the first half. Highlights from this one. Pittsburgh have dominated two sides at home and in particular, including Atlanta United 2, and it really started that way in the first half with Alex Dixon and company getting things off right.
And it was just all pure class domination from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. You see, Forbes has got beyond this back line, not once, but a couple times. Doesn't come off there. It's really good defensive efforts there from Washington to deny Forbes the opening goal. But there's just too much class, too much power from the Riverhound side. Just an understanding between Dixon and Kelly, and he's going to make no mistake about it. Put his laces through the ball, puts a bit of bend, and puts it to the top of the goal right there, Kelly, to get that first goal in this match.
It was a really good finish by Dane Kelly, his 5th goal of the season, on a plate from Alex Dixon, who, as you said in commentary, didn't even have to look before he passed the ball, knew exactly where Kelly was going to be, and then Kelly's hold-up play leads to another chance.
Probably the brightest part for this Atlanta United 2 team. Maybe as the game started going and they go down a goal, how they react. See what Mertz doing the defensive efforts, drawing Griffin a yellow card, but then this is just a pure class goal. It's just far too easy for this Riverhound side to break the deadlock of Atlanta United 2. Good ball across from Dos Santos, and Luis Argudo just beats his backline man and makes no mistake about it and finds the back of the net to give the Riverhounds a 2-0 lead.
He had hit the post just moments before that. That time he made no mistake to give Pittsburgh their 2-goal advantage. That's where we stand. Atlanta United 2 were able to get back, though, into this game, at least by creating some chances.
And if they're just a bit more clinical, more composed in that final third, this game could easily be tied 2-2. You see that ball falls extremely nice for Mikey Ambrose, and he just doesn't get the good contact to put it on target. What a chance that it goes missed.
Halftime match stats in this one. Shots are even. Shots on target are not. McFadden missed a big chance. Ambrose missed a big chance for Atlanta.
And you see the possession, 60% to Atlanta United 2, 40, but it doesn't really matter. The possession that Atlanta United 2 has been really in their defensive third, in the midfield third, hasn't really threatened the back line of Pittsburgh Riverhounds. You can see the only thing that matters are 2-0. And you look for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds to come out firing in the second half, trying to get that third goal.
Looks like Atlanta United 2 are going to make a couple of halftime changes here. Brendan Lamb is going to come off. Eric Centeno is going to come on. So a change in the midfield for Jack Collison's group. And also, looks like Jonathan Vial is on as well for Atlanta United 2. So a double change for Jack Collison's bunch at the break as they try to shake things up and build on some of that momentum that we saw at the end of the first half. It looks like Grant Howard was the second man who was withdrawn. So it's actually an attack for defense change on that second one. As Jack Collison's bunch try and work their way back into this game from 2 goals down. United 2 will be going from right to left here on ESPN Plus at the start of the second half. And the ball rolls here in Pittsburgh with the Riverhounds in front by 2-0. And Atlanta United 2, after gaining some momentum at the end of the first half, trying to claw their way back into this contest.
The first 15 minutes here is going to be extremely important to how this game is going to play out for Atlanta United 2. They're able to get a goal early, get that confidence back in. It's going to put Pittsburgh in a really tricky situation. And like you said, an attacking player for a defensive player just shows you the mindset of Coach Collison and how he wants to get back into this game.
Firmino picks it up for Atlanta United 2. You mentioned this too, Ricky, during the halftime break. Lou City dropped points tonight. That provides an opportunity for Pittsburgh at the top of the table. It's going to be a corner for Atlanta United 2. David Mejia winning it off of Wheat. Of course, Lou City don't drop points often. You have to take advantage of it when they do. Pittsburgh so far in good shape, but they have to defend this set piece. Mejia will take. It's a good ball in. Waite had to parry it. Calls for the substitute. Centeno, overlapping run. Vial got it back to him. The two substitutes tried to link up there. Didn't lead to anything. Mertz will shepherd it out for a throw. Kelly and Argudo on the score sheet for the Riverhounds in the first half. Atlanta United 2, though, in the ascendancy since the end of that first half. However, that will be a foul and a free kick against the substitute Centeno.
But it's something we didn't see from Coach Collison's side, is breaking that line, making runs in behind. Everything was really 2 feet for Atlanta United 2. And you love to see it, Avery Centeno, to give just a different look, different dynamic to the attack for Atlanta.
Jamali Waite hasn't been tested much, but to be fair, Atlanta United 2 missed 2 huge opportunities, couldn't hit the target in the first half towards the latter stages of it. Waite's only save was on an attempt by Ambrose from the edge of the penalty area midway through the first half. And that's it, just the one shot on target for the visitors. Pittsburgh kept things exactly the same, and why not? It worked in the first half. Bob Lilly's hoping these same 11 can give him another 3 points here. There's the confirmation of the two Atlanta United 2 halftime changes. Is Mertz trying to chest it down? Another look at Bob Lilly here, watching on. Mertz was under a little bit of pressure, worked his way out of it. Good work by Mejia, again, inviting teammates into the play. McFadden. Help from Mertz. And Atlanta United 2 will recycle it. Mateus. Also, I mentioned earlier, Atlanta United 2 have struggled to start this season, going into tonight, I should say. Tied for 4th most in the league in goals conceded with 13 through 7 games. Of course, you could add 2 onto that from tonight. Although the visitors do have a set piece here into the penalty area. The average starting 11 for Atlanta United 2 this season has ranged from 19 to 22 years of age. That's got to be part of the reason why you see some of those struggles defensively.
As you play higher teams in your conference, the margin of error just so thin.
Off the set piece, free header for Mikel Williams. Had no trouble clearing it. But it is recycled. Mejia was making a good run. It's lofted into a dangerous area. 2 players came for it. Kelly in the end got there first and helps to clear it before any danger could happen.
And I say that because obviously a lot of the defensive mishaps from an Atlanta United 2 team is maybe a lack of focus, a lack of understanding, and that comes with the experience in this league. So as they get older, as they know how to deal with different things and different looks and how different situations, they'll be able to clean that up a bit more.
Hey, Riverhounds fans, don't forget to try the brand new Riverhounds Amber Lager brewed by Straw Brewery during your next visit to Highmark Stadium. It was thrown right into the path of Dane Kelly. Can't be offside on a throw. Kelly nearly was able to get in behind. Griffin for Dixon. Forbes. Oh, lovely work from Forbes! And it's a great save by Reyes. Point blank range after Forbes sweeped it past a defender, quite literally.
Just so silky smooth here from Forbes. Fake across, and just little hip swivel, sends his defender to no man's land. But in the end, it's a really good save there from Reyes.
It really was, wasn't it? Reyes called upon at a vital moment there. Came up with the goods. Leads to an Atlanta United 2 free kick further up the pitch. As they're also taking a look at the last sequence. Just like we were. It's amazing what the technology is now, and for coaches to be able to watch what you see at home even quicker sometimes than we can get it to you. So they can start to get that information to their players, of course. Here's Dixon. Center of the park, Griffin. And Wheat now having it on this near side. How great was that move earlier by Canardo Forbes? Goodness me, just the class that he provides in that midfield year in and year out under Bob Lilly. Nearly scored Pittsburgh's third of the night. Of course, Canardo Forbes this season reached 200 USL Championship appearances, just the 12th player ever in league history to hit that mark. If he keeps playing or doesn't leave us and goes to a better league, he's going to be breaking quite a few more records if he keeps on going at the pace that he's at right now. Of course, he's already got a few, but he might add to that tally. Lovely ball to switch the field of play. Dixon. Oh, lovely dummy by Kelly. Forbes to Argudo. What a goal this would be! Oh, but Reyes denies him on the spinning attempt. Great play on both ends of the pitch, and it's out for a Pittsburgh corner.
A really good attack for Coach Lilly's side. And a bit too casual here from Argudo. You don't have that time in and around that 6-yard box. That ball comes across from Forbes. You need to put your laces through it. A bit too casual there from the winger. Might be too cute, trying to cut in on his left foot. You don't have that time. That ball comes across. Don't even think. One time into that back of the net. So another opportunity that goes to the wayside to really put this game to bed.
Pittsburgh will earn another corner for Canardo Forbes to take. And what a team goal that would have been. Argudo could have beaten Reyes there, but Vicente Reyes comes up with another big save. Back post, it comes in. McFadden's header away was crucial, only as far as Dos Santos.
But like you said, just so you understanding, the ball comes over the top to Dixon. He cuts it back to Kelly, lets it go through his legs, to Forbes, back to Argudo. It's something you love to see if you're Coach Lilly. Just everyone on the same page, the movement, the understanding, the unselfishness.
Here they come again. Forbes tried to find Rivera. I think it was Firmino who got enough on it to parry it away. They say it all the time, right, in soccer and football. 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline to have. You feel like you're okay, but you're not. Got to put the game away. So far, Pittsburgh is leaving the door open for Atlanta United 2. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's Choice, Player's Choice. The ball's going to end up in the back of the net here. Perfectly timed by Dane Kelly. He puts the Select ball into the back of the net for a brace. And Pittsburgh do have the dagger in hand now with 55 minutes on the clock, leading by 3-0. And that man simply cannot be stopped at the moment in the USL Championship.
Just a bit sloppy from Atlanta United too. Give credit to Dane Kelly. It's a strong finish to that far post. Nothing Reyes can do. The keeper's leaning to one way. Kelly, the striker, clinical, clean finisher. Right foot, left foot. Nothing this man cannot do. To get his brace on the day. Coach Collison is not going to be happy with. It's a sloppy giveaway, losing that challenge in your defensive third. And again, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds will make you pay. There's just too much talent.
And the story is reflecting the meeting in 2021. Pittsburgh again leading by 3 goals here against Atlanta United 2. 6th goal of the season, 2nd of the night for Dane Kelly, who continues to love playing in that black and yellow kit. And now the hill that Atlanta United 2 had to climb has turned into a mountain. Reyes will corral it. Of course, Reyes has made a couple of important saves. Could be even worse, frankly, for Jack Collison's side. As Pittsburgh, after they kind of let Atlanta United hang around, have picked things back up. That ball played through the middle, just past a lunging Mejia. And again, Pittsburgh have it in possession.
Just haven't really been able to make that impact in the middle of the third, have that footprint on this game. When you don't have that presence in the middle of the field to connect the back to front, have that ball circulating, spraying balls from left to right, opening the gaps of this Riverhounds backside, it's going to be extremely hard to break them down. And you can see that's where this game has really been the difference for Atlanta United 2, not really having the success that they would like.
Another giveaway. Forbes waits for help this time. I think it's one of the underrated parts of Kenardo Forbes' game, his decision-making and his IQ. Don't get talked about enough, I think. Could have tried and soldiered on him by himself, but knew that he had teammates waiting for him and remembered time and score as well. Pittsburgh will pass it around the park as the train greets us here at Highmark. I'm sure the conductors will look over and have a smile when they see the scoreline. Kept in by Argudo, whose goal is sandwiched between 2 Dane Kelly goals. Good switch of play by Mertz to find McFadden. It's a good turn into the penalty area. A bit of a bump in there as well. It's going to go out for a corner as the substitute Vial made some headway into the penalty area.
And he's been bright since coming on Vial. Wanting to get on the ball, having the courage, the bravery, the youngster. Find himself in a really good opportunity here, just unable to get his footing, but wins his side a corner kick.
Corner is whipped in towards the near post. Just about dealt with and cleared by the Riverhounds back line. Oh, it flashed across the face. And that defensive unit for Pittsburgh, I think, just about did enough there. So we're about to hit the hour mark. We're also told that there are 3 changes upcoming for Pittsburgh at the next stoppage. And there they are, the hero from last year's version of this fixture. Cicerone will come on with 30 minutes to go. Had a hat trick here, his first ever hat trick against Atlanta United 2. He wants to get in on the fun. Mertz picks off the pass. Slides it into a dangerous area. Ambrose up to help. It's a looping ball in. Header at the back post is over the top. And out for a goal kick. Brave run in there by Mertz in traffic. Was not able to get his head onto it in a meaningful way. 3 changes upcoming. Angelo Kelly is going to come on as well, along with Russell Cicerone.
We'll get it after.
Looks like Alex Dixon is one that is going to make way. Dane Kelly is going to come off as well. Wyatt Borso will come on for him. It looks like Argudo's going to come off as well. And he will be replaced again by Borso. There's Angelo Kelly, who will come on. So again, a triple change here. Argudo, Dixon, and Kelly all come off. Angelo Kelly, Borso, and Cicerone will all come on. And this front line is really done. Yeoman's work for Bob Lilly tonight. This is the Argudo goal.
And it's a good run there from Argudo, number 21, to beat his defender to that near post and get his goal. Was active all day, asking questions of Atlanta United 2 back line. Had a good shift there, the winger, the midfielder.
41, Luke Brennan.
And again, we talked about the depth, right, that Bob Lilly has. He basically shepherds out his front line and adds new pieces to it, along with Bernardo Forbes up front. And both of the goal scorers get a much deserved breather after just about putting this game to bed for Bob Lilly and company. Again, just to reiterate, Angelo Kelly, Wyatt Borso, Russell Cicerone all come on. Dane Kelly, Alex Dixon, Luis Argudo all make way for Bob Lilly's triple change. Actually, Atlanta United 2 in the midst of all that made a change. Luke Brennan is now on. So we'll see if the forward can make an impact. As the set piece now to try and do just that. We're told that it's Mejia who has made way. Mateus's ball in is going to soar over everybody's head. Even Nelson Orji was not going to get on the end of that. And the attack fizzles out. Nelson Orji, of course, a former Porto Academy product. The Portuguese Giants overseas made his full debut last time out against Indy 11. And that back line for Atlanta United 2. Borso tried to find Cicerone. Here comes Luke Brennan. First touch, tries to shoot. And Wyatt, or I should say, Waite, had to make sure. That was a venomous effort from the substitute, who's showing that he can instantly impact the game right off the bench.
And you love to see it as a substitute. The bravery, the courage to find off a defender, have a clean strike. Just so unlucky, just goes over the bar. But it's good signs, good confidence there from Brennan.
That's why Jack Collison brought him on, trying to get a spark going for his guys here. These latter stages. They finished the first half well. We'll see if they can finish with a flourish in the second half. Dane Kelly's brace, the headline maker, Juan Argudo, both of whom have been substituted since, are on the score sheet tonight. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of the USL Championship action on ESPN Plus, the home of the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Borso takes aim right off the throw-in, forced a save out of Reyes. Griffin to Kelly. Now Dos Santos. Cicerone. Oh, this is Rivera now. It's set up nicely for him. Forbes. Good ball across. Cicerone's shot is blocked before it could get to the 6-yard line. And Firmino comes out with it. Now Ambrose, as it was left to him by McFadden. Firmino. Able to switch the angle of attack. Mertz. Firmino sliding it through. And again, good build-up play from Atlanta United too, but the final third continues to be lacking for Jack Collison's boys tonight.
Just that that final phase of this attack, whether it's that dicing run to an oncoming pass, a bit of quality composure. This is the hardest thing in this match, in this game, to get right. This Atlanta United 2 team, what a touch that was from Cicerone. This Atlanta United 2 team has got a really good situation, just haven't made the most of them.
We've seen some Showtime moments from Pittsburgh tonight. Russell Cicerone there tried to make some magic appear out of a hat. Ambrose is pinned back by Rivera, but he's relieved as he's fouled before that could get treacherous. Meanwhile, Atlanta United 2 are going to make a change. Alan Carleton is going to come on. Darwin Mateus' night
Atlanta United 2
is done.
substitution, number 48, Alan Carlton. In for number 10, Darwin Mateus.
So Mateus makes way. And again, Carlton's a midfielder that has a lot of skill. Interesting to see what he can provide. Again, there's still quite a bit of time left, 23 minutes to go. But to be fair, after that third goal went in, Pittsburgh has really taken the sting out of this game. And that momentum that Atlanta United 2 carried into the first 5 minutes of this second half just hasn't been sustained.
And look for Atlanta United to play forward. Really have that tempo up, a bit of urgency in their play now. To move the ball extremely quick, be extremely clean in their decision making. And for the Riverhounds, one thing you cannot do is not get complacent. You don't want to have those silly turnovers. That gives hope to this Atlanta United 2 side.
Pittsburgh are looking for their, at the moment, 5th win of the campaign. We get them to 16 points after Lou City drew tonight in Charleston. Get them closer to the top spot in the Eastern Conference of the USL Championship. Ambrose's ball in. Shane Wheat deals with it. Of course, this year, top 7 from both conferences advance to the USL Championship playoffs. And you want to be the top seed in your conference as well. You get a little bit of extra time come playoff time to rest. Meanwhile, Atlanta United 2 on the attack. Another good ball across the face. Yet again, nobody in a white shirt able to get on the end of it.
And he's been active since coming on, Centano. On that right-hand side, working the end line, does extremely well. Put a dangerous ball in, just no one in a white jersey to get on the end of it.
That's exactly what Robbie Mertz tried to do as well. He's able to find Vial, who's in a dangerous area. Once again, promise doesn't end up leading to end product for the visitors. Borso, the substitute, tried to get a little cheeky with it between 2 defenders, lost the ball. And Atlanta United 2 again trying to play out of the back, give it away. And Pittsburgh to regain possession and use a little bit more clock if they'd like to. Cicerone now. Getting past a couple of defenders and getting in behind. It's not definitively cleared. And Carlton nearly, I should say just about able to get it away from Forbes, who nearly got onto it. And goalkeeper was off his line. It's a crucial intervention by the substitute. Atlanta United 2 nearly gifted another chance to the Riverhounds. Ball is played through. Forbes in behind. Reyes had to get in front of that and then came way out of the penalty area to play that away from danger. And Waite has no issues with it. I mean, if that's not a microcosm of the night, I don't know what is. Dos Santos for Borso. It's going to go out for a throw on the far side. One goalkeeper much the busier than the other.
And he finds himself in a really tricky situation, right? As really far off his line. It works out for him as he denies. Forbes another break on goal. It's just, again, it's far too easy for this Riverhound side. Just one ball is able to break out a Riverhound side. For Atlanta United too, you have to be more compact and disciplined in your defensive shape.
Pittsburgh is going to make another change here. We do have a corner. Looks like it will be taken before the change takes place. In by Forbes at the front post. It was flicked on, but McFadden got a piece of it. Balls out for Angelo Kelly. Griffin will send it all the way back. We're told it's going to be Luke Biasi who's going to come on. It looks like it's going to be Nate Dos Santos who will leave us. He assisted on the goal by Argudo, and his night is complete. And we will get a look at Luke Biasi with just over 17 minutes remaining of the 90.
I thought he was extremely good, Dos Santos. Providing service, providing width in the attack for the Riverhounds. Did his defensive efforts as well. Good 73 minutes in number 2. And Biasi, another player. The quality just doesn't drop. When one player goes off, another one comes on, and standard is still high for Coach Lilly's side.
Ambrose and gives it away to Griffin and Angelo Kelly, who can control it. Over the top, boy, Pittsburgh players just waiting for Atlanta United 2 players to take a touch and then pounce. Wheat trying to find Cicerone. Atlanta United 2 will control it. Once again at the back, Orji, who's had some good moments at times tonight defensively. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XMFC 157 and the SXM app. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez Espin here with you on ESPN Plus, with the Riverhounds in control of Atlanta United 2 here for a second year running here at Highmark. Leading by 3-0. A Dane Kelly brace. And a Gudo goal in the middle of that. Pittsburgh want another one here. Ball is lofted. Oh, it hit the bar on the way through. Not sure that was where he was hoping it would go, Biasi. But he nearly had to test the goalkeeper as he was trying to find his fellow substitute Borso on the end of it.
Well, let's go with the right foot. Obviously, the more natural is just swing that ball across with that left foot. And it almost works out for him. Just kisses that crossbar. But again, just the overlapping run from Biasi, the understanding of Forbes, who went to play that ball, the pace, the weight of when to give the assist to Biasi. Just so good.
Vial, no time on the ball as Wheat covers it up. Forbes, plenty of space again. Sending it forward for Cicerone. Cicerone will go for goal and find it. He just loves scoring, doesn't he, against Atlanta United 2. His 4th goal in his last 2 appearances against them. Pittsburgh have 4 as well on the night, and they have 3 points in their pocket at the top of the Eastern Conference.
It's a clever run that splits a right back and right center back, and then it's just pure class, just to bend that to that far post. There's nothing Reyes can do. He's stretching. Such a special player Cicerone is to give his Riverhounds a 4-0 lead in the 77th minute. He opens his hip. He opens his hips. And he has one thing on mind, just to put that ball into that far post.
Well, Cicerone's campaign last year under Bob Lilly was one of the best. He had such a good opening campaign last year. It's his second goal of this campaign. And he'd wish that Atlanta United 2 would play him every week. Continues to haunt them in USL Championship play, and Bob Lilly continues to haunt two teams in the USL Championship as well. It's going to be his 17th win in 18 against them, and no two team has gotten a result at Highmark since he's taken over. It's truly remarkable. Last year it was 4-1 when Atlanta United 2 came here. It's 4-0 tonight. I guess as they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same, I should say. Another giveaway. Borso. Kelly. Forbes letting it run. Biasi. Still 12 minutes left. Griffin. Wheat. Wait. A distribution to Biasi, who kept that alive just about. And Forbes can recycle it. That'll be a free kick, alleviating some of the Atlanta United 2 pressure. Change up coming here for the visitors. Nick Firmino's night is done. And it looks like Emenike Nwogu is going to come on. Jack Collison told us quite a bit about him this week and how excited he is for where his career can go in the future. We'll get to enjoy 11 minutes of his play here tonight.
Unable to really have the impact that probably wanted Firmino. Unable to really get on the ball, get in a rhythm. And that's so important as an attacking player. So when you're full of confidence and you get in a rhythm early in this game, quite wasn't the night for this Atlanta United 2 attacking unit.
Of course, you start looking ahead at the schedule. Of course, Pittsburgh goes to Lou City next. The end of the month, April 30th. Sure, Lynn family will be rocking for that one. A lot of history in the regular season and the playoffs between those two, of course. And it will be a battle for the top of the Eastern Conference early in this exciting, as always, USL Championship season. And Pittsburgh returns home to take on the team they should have played in the playoffs a year ago. Birmingham Legion will be in town on May 7th. So two big games coming up for Bob Lilly's boys in the league. Hate to say this for Atlanta United 2 fans, but it doesn't get easier. They play Lou City next as well on May 4th at home. Then they have to go to Michigan, that remarkable atmosphere Detroit City has at its disposal. And then they welcome the defending champs, Orange County, on May 27th. So Jack Collison's going to have his hands full throughout the month of May, no question about that.
That just shows you how competitive this USL Championship league is now. Just talent through and through. There's no easy games like we've seen in the past. And you hear from all the coaches when you talk to them that the league is just getting better, the standard is getting higher, the quality of play is getting higher.
Kelly picks off the pass. 9 minutes left. Forbes invited into the play. Tried to find Cicerone. It was dealt with by Nwogu. Pittsburgh will control. I was going to say this earlier, Ricky, but Just mentioned Detroit City again, just been so remarkable at the start of this season, in all competitions, really. As Forbes lets fly from quite some distance. But Reyes, I think, was comfortable knowing it was going to go wide of the post in the end. Forbes has come close multiple times tonight to getting himself on the score sheet. Wearing the captain's armband, as he always does here in the Steel City. Cicerone. And it'll be recycled by Kelly. Of course, Detroit City advancing multiple times over in the Open Cup with phenomenal atmosphere behind them. And they've been great in the league as well, led by former Lou City star Antoine Openo, of course. And Pittsburgh will get its first taste later on in May. Of course, they've got a great atmosphere here at Highmark. It's been as good as advertised this evening. It's always a difficult place to come, Highmark. Not just for two teams, but really for everybody. Can only, most seasons at least, you can only count on one hand the amount of teams that get out of here with a result normally during the regular season. And we'll see if they can host a playoff game too. Long way to go for that. It was Reyes misjudged that in the middle of the park. And his scuffed clearance was able to find the feet of Mertz, or Kennardo Forbes was ready to pick his pocket. Now another giveaway. Kelly tried to find Cicerone, couldn't quite control it. It's going to go out of play for a throw, as we're starting, I think, to see some tired legs here from the visitors, who still have 7 minutes left here.
Yeah, the level has just dropped from this Atlanta United 2 side. Giving the ball over far too easy, wayward passes all around the field.
Even with some of the changes, we've seen some sparks for Atlanta United too, but no fire. Metaphorically, of course. Here's Cicerone. Already one goal since coming on, and he's off to the races again here. Trying to chop it centrally into the penalty area. Crucial block in there defensively by the substitute, Luke Brennan, as Wyatt Borso was denied on the doorstep.
He's just so direct, Cicerone. Works extremely well down on this right-hand side, picks up his head, and sees Borso. There's not enough pace on the ball that Borso has to wait for it to come across. And that gives time to Brennan to put a last-ditch defending effort to deny maybe what it could have been, that 5th goal.
The stoppage will allow us to get these changes done. Looks like it will be Mark Ibarra who is going to come on, and old reliable Danny Griffin, always there when Bob Lilly calls upon him. He will make way after a classic Danny Griffin shift. It's what he does.
I don't think there's a blade of grass, a blade of turf that he didn't cover here tonight. All over the field, breaking up plays, dictating tempo, starting attacks. The reason why Coach Lilly relies so heavily on him.
Hey, Riverhounds fans, check out the next Riverhounds away match party on April 30th at 7 p.m. at Mike's Beer Bar as the Riverhounds take on Louisville City FC. Meet me at Mike's. We talked about it earlier. That's going to be a marquee matchup, especially after Pittsburgh will have shrunken the gap down at the top of the East. They'll stay in second tonight, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, but they'll close the gap on their rivals, Louisville City. But despite dropping points, still stay in first for now, the top of the table in the East. With Brennan getting attended to on this near side, he might have had a little bit of blood on him and might need a new kit as well. Medical staff will attend to him. Ooh, and yes, it was his nose, it looks like, that's got a cut on it. So for the time being, Atlanta United 2 will be down to 10. Well, he's attended to on this near sign. Well, Ricky, maybe it's a little too early to ask this question as Luke Brennan continues to get some medical attention on this near sign, but where do Pittsburgh Riverhounds, not just East, but in the entirety of the USL Championship, fall in the pecking order? If you're looking big picture, is it too early to kind of put them in a spot?
It's an interesting question. Obviously, talent-wise, they're up there with anyone around the league. The way that they are playing, it's another dominating performance here tonight. I'll tell you what, going down a roster, there is going to be really hard to find a roster as deep as this one. With the talent that they have, just look at the score sheet. Let's see, Dane Kelly, a brace, Argudo, Cicerone. I don't think you can get much better than that, especially in this USL Championship. I think they're top 5, top 4. There's just so much talent, and the coach as well. The reason why this Riverhound side is never an easy out for anyone.
And of course, that's all coming without Albert Dikwa in the squad at all tonight. Didn't even get a place on the bench. And to be fair, Bob Lilly didn't mention that he was going to do that, but you can think just because of Open Cup being midweek, some rotation going on there. But again, it highlights what Bob Lilly told us earlier this week, just how deep this team is. It's his deepest team, he told us, since he's taken over here in Pittsburgh, and that's saying something. He compared them to the 2019 team as far as depth and talent, but then pumped the brakes and said, well, listen, also remember this is only game 7 of the season. Still a long way to go, but he said they could possibly reach those same heights, if not exceed them. And of course, in 2019, they were Eastern Conference regular season champions. Atlanta United 2 still playing with just 10. Luke Brennan has to get some patchwork done on this near side. Pittsburgh have 4 already. And they could very well be in pursuit of a 5th. The substitute, Wyatt Borso. Threading it through for Angelo Kelly, who lost his balance. But again, Atlanta United 2 give it away. High up the field. Wheat switches the route of attack. Canardo Forbes pulling the strings and pulling the trigger. Reyes parries it away to safety. Forbes could have had a hat trick tonight with the amount of chances he's had. And Luke Brennan finally rejoins us. Not a moment too soon either.
And it's the second time we see Forbes ignore the overlapping run to create some space for himself. Just put his laces through it. He stings the gloves of Reyes. See understanding of when a player comes around, it's going to open space, it's going to draw defenders. But he's so good at realizing his spacing, Forbes is.
And now we'll await to see how much stoppage time there's going to be here at Highmark. Fans have been treated to a well-rounded Riverhounds performance this evening. There really hasn't been in any doubt from the start of this one. 2 added minutes left, and then Pittsburgh will collect their points. And we'll see what happens. You know, Atlanta United 2, once in a while you see a club in a position that they're in when they rotate so much. Flag will go up here against Cicerone. They go through ebbs and flows during the season. Atlanta United 2, this will be their 6th defeat in their first 8 games of the season, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jack Collison's side do see an uptick at certain moments. This is an Atlanta United 2 team last year that was in the playoff chase for a good portion of the regular season and could very well be there again if they can put it all together. But it is a big if with this Eastern Conference being as deep as it is, it must be said.
When you're an MLS 2 side, there are always so much moving parts. Players coming down, players moving up. The academy has a say in it. And it does take maybe 1, 2, 3 months into the season to really get that rhythm down, the understanding. Players being comfortable, saying, hey, I might not know where I'm going to be playing this week. training with the first team, I'm training with the second team, whatever it may be. They do have talent. We saw bits and pieces here of this Atlanta United 2 team. And there's a bright future for this club.
Borso's ball in. Brennan deals with it. Had a minute and a half of the minimum of 2 added on. McFadden escapes a challenge. Couldn't get past Peters. Biasi. This will be probably the last major act of the night. Rivera. And Pittsburgh are content to just keep it in possession. And we talked about Atlanta United 2 just can't quite figure it out, it seems, when they play the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. The story remained unchanged tonight. And that is going to be full time here at Highmark. A dominant performance from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, who pummel Atlanta United 2 by 4-0. Bob Lilly will be extremely thrilled with the way his boys played tonight. A brace for that man, Dane Kelly. We also saw goals from the substitute Russell Cicerone and, of course, Luis Argudo in the first half. Atlanta United 2, Ricky, will go back to the drawing board. Pittsburgh have their sights set on the top of the conference in the East.
Just too much quality on the day. Riverhounds, that man right there, praise. Gave him too much time and space in and around that 18-yard box. Unable to really get their foot on the game. Atlanta United 2, it's going to be a frustrating performance and a lot of things to work on for Coach Clausen, but there was some bright spots. We'll go back to another week of training and see either they will take another crack at it as the week comes.
Just see the tired faces of Atlanta United 2. Pittsburgh really ran them ragged here at Highmark, and deservedly they have all 3 points in their bags here after another splendid performance by this really strong Riverhounds side that will be going for everything this season in the USL Championship. As expected, Dane Kelly had a big part of it. 2 goals on the night for him. Canardo Forbes was dazzling all night as well. Argudo had fun as well. He scored. Cicerone keeps haunting Atlanta United 2 as well with a goal. We'll take a break next, and we'll wrap up a Pittsburgh win from Highmark.
From sideline to starting striker, your extra effort with AHN got you back out there. With every drill, set, rep, you bettered your body and got it ready for that. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park. Cheer on the Riverhounds all season long at Mike's Beer Bar, Pittsburgh's home for local beer. With 21 TVs, over 300 local beers, and amazing food, Mike's is the place to be. Tell your friends to meet me at Mike's, Federal Street, right across from PNC Park.
Pittsburgh fans celebrating a dominant victory for their Riverhounds here at Highmark Stadium. Sean St. Jacques, Ricky Lopez, Espin wrapping things up for you as the Riverhounds beat up on Atlanta United 2 here by 4-0. Here's how it all went down. We look at the full-time highlights from Highmark, and it was the Riverhounds really from the kick, Ricky, that were on the attack.
Yeah, since minute 1, it was all the Riverhounds just asking too many questions. Others at Atlanta United 2 side, the brilliant team goal here, just the understanding to be on the same page. In that final third, a cutback ball from Dixon, and Dane Kelly doing what Dane Kelly does, puts his laces through the ball, top of the net. No questions asked. 1-0 Riverhounds.
We'll get back to him in a second. He wasn't done yet. 28th minute. of this one. And again, the Riverhounds with really good team play.
And it's just far too easy. Just a ball over the top, a good positive touch from Dos Santos to find an oncoming run who beats his defender. Washington Argudo just pokes that ball into the back of net. It's like a striker's run right there from number 21. He was very active in this game to give Riverhounds a 2-0 lead in this first half.
Coming off the heels of missing a chance that hit the post moments before that second half of this game, the script remained unchanged. Atlanta United 2 having trouble clearing their lines out of the back, and Dane Kelly pounced.
And just a sloppy giveaway there from Reyes. Forbes to Kelly, and it's just pure class. Just laces through it, left foot, bottom right-hand corner. You can't give this Riverhounds team that many looks at goal. They're going to make you pay, and Kelly does that. He gets his brace on the night. You see what it means to him as he goes to the corner to celebrate.
That made it 3-0 at the time. 15 minutes to go. Pittsburgh wanted more, and it's the man that continues to haunt Atlanta United 2, Russell Cicerone, who would score again.
And he just peels off the shoulder here of Washington, makes it extremely hard for him to guard him. And then, again, just opens his hips, places that ball into that far corner. There's nothing Reyes can do. Just cool, calm, collected, composed the substitute Cicerone to give the Riverhounds 3 points and a 4-0 win.
That's how it would finish. 4-0 the final between these two. And just look at the shots on target, Ricky. 9-1. The one for Atlanta United 2 came in the first half.
Yeah, that was the story of the day. Just a quality in that final third. Atlanta United 2 didn't really have that run of play. No really presence in the middle of the field. And when you're going up against this Riverhound side in a Coach Bob Lilly side, you need to have that presence. You need to make them feel uncomfortable and ask them questions. Just far too easy for the Riverhound side. And obviously the score sheet shows it. They were just far superior on the day.
And they leave with all 3 points at Highmark, and they celebrate with the fans here at Highmark Stadium. A great crowd, as always, here in the Steel City. And they cheer their Riverhounds on as they will go to Lou City next for a big matchup at the top of the East. We expected the Riverhounds to be ready tonight. They were more than ready. They made another statement victory, this time over Atlanta United 2, as they won it by 4-0 and were splendid all night. For Ricky Lopez-Espin and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from the Steel City. The Riverhounds make another statement as they push to the top of the Eastern Conference.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.